Hi again. In my previous video, I gave you the introduction of the poem A Tiger in the Zoo for class 10. It is written by Leslie Norris, and I told you that a captivity or the fact that tiger or other animals that are kept in the zoo, in the cages, we should understand the pain because now we have faced lockdowns where we were forced to stay inside. It was like our freedom was curtailed. We could not go to any such places where we wanted to. So now tiger's natural habitat is jungle, where he can rest, where he can pounce upon his prey, where he can enjoy his freedom. But once we keep the animals in the captivity, then it is like taking away their freedom and taking away their natural life. So nobody would like to live in captivity. So let's compare the life of the tiger in the zoo and in the jungle. He stalks in his vivid stripes, the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. So this is what I told you, that imagine the tiger pacing, moving to and fro in the cage, and he looks admirable in his vivid stripes that are there on his skin, and the paws are like hiding away the noise of this pacing to and fro. It's quiet, but that shows his pacing around, his the few steps that he's taking to and fro are showing his quiet rage. Okay, so rage is usually very verbal, very noisy, but here the tiger cannot show his max that he can do is roar, but here he is pacing around in his quiet rage. He should be lurking in shadow, lurking, hiding, okay, in the jungle. Now this is the part where you have to think that it is the zoo scene or the jungle scene. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So if you put your mind into action, you would imagine that in the zoo there are no long grasses, there are no water holes where the deers come to quench their thirst. So definitely it is the thought of jungle. He should be hiding. Ideally he should be hiding. Should be means that would be the ideal situation, that he would be lurking in shadow and sliding through long grasses, softly moving towards the water hole where the plump healthy deers come to drink water, and then he hunts those deers. He should be snarling, that's the angry roar. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. Ideally, he should be, if he has moved away from the forest, the ideal place for tiger, and he is not getting any place or any prey, and then he is forced to move to the village where he would be moving around the houses at the jungle's edge, and he would be showing his teeth and he should be showing his claws, and with his sound and the fear of being hunted by the tiger, it would be terrorizing the village. This won't happen if we humans learn to keep borders. Let the animals stay in jungle and let us stay in our boundaries. So, but sadly he is forced, if he is free still away from the zoo, is forced to hunt for his prey in the village. But means ideally what should have happened, and now it is not happening. Why? Because he is locked in a concrete cell. Cell is a one cage. So he is not in the jungle. He is locked in a concrete cell. His strength is locked behind bars of the cage. Right? He is locked behind the bars of the cage, and he is stalking, moving to and fro, moving to and fro. He is stalking the length of the cage, ignoring visitors. So he is not in the mood. He has lost his freedom. So he is not in the mood to entertain the visitors of the zoo. He coolly ignores them. And when he is too much troubled by the visitors, as sadly sometimes people would throw things or offer him something to eat, he doesn't like intrusion on his privacy and he ignores the visitors or he roars very loudly. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling car, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So he ignores the visitor at night. He is lost in the thoughts of the jungle, and all that he can hear is the last voice, last announcement by the patrolling cars. And then he is in the cage looking at whatever part of sky that is visible, and he looks at it and his eyes shine just like the stars. But stars are free in their space and the tiger is not. So this is the explanation of the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. I hope you understand it well. Now let's understand its rhyming scheme. So if we see the first paragraph, stripes, cage, quiet, rage. So if we take A for first word and B for second word, then again we see that stripes match rhyme with quiet. So again A, and rage matches with cage. So B. That way it continues. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G. Alright, so this is the rhyming scheme. And of course, kind of personification is there because we are talking of the mindset and feelings of the tiger. So do attend to that there is a lot of personification. We are trying to see the feelings of the tiger, and then there are other poetic devices also that I will discuss later. See ya. Enjoy the lesson.